Ace-Queen offsuit. It's overrated by a lot of amateur players, and they will raise or re-raise out of position. Be careful of an ace and a queen offsuit though. It can lose you a lot of money. If your opponent has ace-jack and you call their raise, they might check, or maybe you can win one street from them. But if your opponent has ace-king, you might lose 3 streets of betting. So I think ace-queen is a pretty overrated hand, especially out of position. This is a hand you have to play carefully. Most people's eyes light up when they get it. Usually most people want to see the flop to try to hit a set of 3. That is usually right. However, I don't always try to get that far. Let's say the game is 8 or 9-handed or even 7-handed. If I am out of position, sometimes I fall on pocket deuces, pocket 3s and pocket 4s. Why? After you raise, someone might re-raise you if they are in a good position. Then you might end up paying a lot of money to see the flop. If you don't hit the set, then usually you lose the pot on the low pay. So you have to spend a lot of money on nothing. Another mistakes a lot of amateur players make is that they play too many hands offsuit. Suited cards are very valuable in Texas Hold'em because it's easier to hit a flush draw or flop a flush than say a set of 3s. With a flush draw, you can bet or raise or you can call. You have 3 options. When you have a pair and you don't hit a set on the flop, then most of the time you have to fold. You only have one option. Most amateurs play too many hands offsuit. For example, S5, S6, S7 offsuit. I fold a lot of them, especially out of position. It's very possible that someone else has an S as well, but with a higher kicker. Suited aces are underrated. S4, S5, S6. When you have the nut flush, that means a flush with an S in it. Very often you can win a lot of money from that hand. It's rare to get a better hand than a nut flush. So if you are dealt a suited ace and it doesn't pay up on the flop, then you have a second chance to go for a winning hand with a nut flush. Be careful with drawing for a low flush. For example, if you have 4 deuce or spades, your opponent might have a higher flush. Flush versus flush happens a lot in poker and result in big pots. You want to have the S-high flush and be hoping for it to happen, not the low flush and trying to hold on.